A tough day for the president today, coming under fire from both sides of the aisle during a closed-door meeting at the White House.
Sources say it's over his decision to withdraw U.S. troops from northeast Syria, leading to a tense meeting today. ABC's Ines de la Cotera has more.
Democratic leadership walking out of a bipartisan meeting on the Syrian withdrawal at the White House.
What we witnessed on the part of the president was a meltdown.
The speaker accusing President Trump of having a meltdown.
Yeas are 354.
After the House of Representatives, Democrats and Republicans overwhelmingly voted Wednesday to condemn his decision to pull American troops from the region.
He was shaken up by it. And that's why we couldn't continue in the meeting, because he was just not relating to the reality of it.
Democrats claim the president verbally abused Pelosi.
He was insulting, particularly to the speaker. She kept her cool completely, but he called her a third-rate politician.
The White House firing back, saying Trump was measured during the meeting and that Pelosi walking out was baffling. Trump's decision to pull U.S. troops from Syria cleared the way for a planned Turkish assault on Kurdish forces, who were a key U.S. ally in the fight against ISIS. As fierce fighting breaks out in the region, leaving dozens of Kurdish troops killed and more than 130,000 displaced, President Trump is still doubling down on his decision.
The Kurds know how to fight. And as I said, they're not angels. They're not angels.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Vice President Pence now heading to Turkey to try and broker a ceasefire, though the Turkish president has said he would never negotiate with the Kurds, who he considers terrorists. Ines de la Cotera, ABC News, Washington.
And Iowa Senator Joni Ernst is joining the criticism. A combat veteran who served in the Middle East, Ernst voiced support for her Kurdish allies in the region.
We really have left behind and abandoned a strategic partner, the Kurds, who stood by our men and women in uniform in the fight to defeat ISIL. I also believe that we are emboldening adversaries.
Senator Ernst did praise the recent sanctions placed on Turkey for their attack on Syria.